Yo, what's happening, people? Arsenal have kicked off the 2020-2021 season with a win in the Community Shield against Liverpool on penalties at Wembley. Yes, we have started the season officially. Now the curtain raise has been done. When the Community Shield plays, everyone gets ready for the season. And today it was obviously between the Premier League champions in Liverpool and the FA Cup winners in Arsenal. Of course, both sides really have been rushed into this game. No one really had a pre-season as such, as you normally would. Liverpool played 2 games, got a win and a draw. Arsenal got a win against the MK Dons in the week, but that was it. So really, we're literally looking at 2 teams who, haven't played much football at all. And so, this is kind of another friendly along the way, really, that you get a trophy presented to you at the end. But a good start to the season nonetheless for Arsenal. And actually, in this game, I was so happy with the way Arsenal played. Listen, I know it's a friendly. I know it doesn't mean anything. Same as the last time we played Liverpool, didn't really mean much for them. But for us, it was good to get a win in the Premier League after they'd already won the league. But, there's no doubt Liverpool would have wanted to win today. They would have wanted to kickstart the season with something. Of course, they lost the trophy, the Community Shield trophy last year, but celebrated the Super Cup against Chelsea with joy. So everyone wants to win something. Everyone wants to win every game. So I'm sure they would have wanted to win. And the way they played didn't show like they didn't let off. But of course, again, it's everyone just trying to get fitness for the season. And I'm happy with Arsenal because they defended stoutly. Yeah. Everything that we saw from them in the first game against Liverpool in the Premier League, from the FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea, from the final against City, it's the same thing again. The way they defend as a pack, as a unit. The 3 centre-backs drop in, and the 2 wing-backs drop into like a 5 at the back. And they kind of go to like a 5-4-1 with like Eddie and Nketiah at the top. But they play with literally like, they watch the game, they watch the players, and they kind of just monitor how the other team sets up and kind of lets them come onto them, especially when you get the early goal. We got the first goal of the game after another brilliant move started by Martinez. There's something about the way we've been playing lately under Arteta where we're not afraid now to have the ball at the back and bring the ball forward, passing it around. And we started again. Move started from Martinez, passed it out with El Neni in the middle, got to Bellerin, ball over the top to Saka. Another great assist from Saka from right to left to Aubameyang. And Nico Williams, I know you're young. I know you ain't really played much football, but I'm just going to tell you something from now. Do not let Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang cut in on his right foot. Curtains, big man. He cut in and delivered a superb finish into the back of the net past one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Unstoppable. But yeah, naivety from the young fullback, not to close him down, not to show him down the line. Maybe if that was Trent, that wouldn't have happened. We saw in the second half, he got subbed off and Gomez got pushed to right back. Maybe that was to stop the threat again, Aubameyang kind of coming in again. But you have to credit, for me, 2 players in that move as well. Tierney and Maitland-Niles. They made sort of decoy runs on the inside and the outside of Aubameyang. And that just maybe took away the attention of Williams for a second. And as we saw against Chelsea, a second is enough for Aubameyang to do his thing. And that's now 5 goals at Wembley for him. No one at Arsenal scored more goals at Wembley than him. So already he's becoming a Wembley icon after we lost one last year, Ramsey. Imagine we lost Ramsey last year, didn't have anyone of that ilk to step up in terms of Wembley. And since then, Aubameyang's banged 5 goals at Wembley and he's now our outright top scorer there. But yeah, so we played very well. I thought in after that, we just sat back and we let Liverpool come on to us with chances and we caught them on a counter-attack. And really should have been 2-0 up before half-time at least. I know Van Dijk had a header that was ruled offside, correctly so. from a David Luiz foul. But the goal scored by, well, the shot taken by Eddie Nketiah, which was comfortably saved by Alisson in the end, really should have done better. Saka again with the ball across the box. Eddie ran onto it and he had so much time to try and pull it in the top corner. Genuinely, if that's a Aubameyang or even maybe like a Lacazette or even a Willian, could have, and maybe should have gone in, but it was a tame effort. And I think that's what Eddie's got to work on this season. He's a good poacher goal. He's a good sort of tapping merchant at the back post. But if you're going to be a striker at Arsenal, you're going to get chances like that in and around the edge of the area. So you've got to work on your finishing, first time finishing. And maybe this season you can learn that from the likes of Aubameyang in the squad. But yeah, it wasn't to be, didn't go in. So obviously 1-0 up at half time. And in the second half, we started to tire. Liverpool started to come at us a bit more. We still defended well. There wasn't many chances. But Mane got in a couple of times and two big saves from Emi Martinez. Brilliant saves from Emi. He is really, there's question marks about him leaving Arsenal, but he is really showing Arteta that he wants to be number one. And I can't really argue against that. I mean, I don't think he necessarily is our best goalkeeper. I still think from what I've seen of Leno that he's better. However, I wouldn't argue to say that he shouldn't be starting for Arsenal right now because he's hasn't done much wrong to stop that. So, you know, credit given where credit due. Martinez has been brilliant for us. Two big saves against Mane, made himself big. Unfortunately, couldn't stop Minamino scoring though. Who's someone who I don't think has really had the best time in Liverpool. 15 games, has finally got his first goal. But Salah pretty much made it himself. He cut in from the right hand side. Ainsley was chasing him but couldn't really get near him. Got a bit lucky with the through ball towards Minamino and they kind of tried a 1-2 and it came off Cedric. I think it flicked off Cedric's arm and then chest and then into Minamino, who did finish it well, I can't lie. Placed it in the bottom corner. Martinez didn't really have a chance to save that. He, again, came off his line, tried to make himself big, but Minamino opened his body and it was a great finish. And then we went to penalties. I think even though the last sort of 10-15 minutes of that game, we did come back into it, but really the game was drifting towards penalties and we did kind of show a little bit to try and get that winner. Joe Willock, who came on in the second half, had a header that he put wide. I know sometimes Arteta takes off Eddie or Laka and puts Willock up top. And I just don't think it's ever really worked. But that was a good opportunity to show that he could do that. But yeah, the header was really bad. I mean, he had so much time that Virgil was nowhere near him, Fabinho was nowhere near him, or Gomez wasn't really near him either. So he mistimed the jump, but he definitely should have got it on target. And then we went to penalty shootouts. And at that point, 1-1 full time, if we lost on penalties, I wouldn't have been mad whatsoever because we played well. It's a Community Shield. It's not a trophy where you say you must win. Like, even if it was a League Cup, you say, you know what, we need a trophy. Win this on penalties. If it's a FA Cup, you say, yeah, we need it. Win it on penalties. But the Community Shield, I mean, you're not that bothered, but you would like to win it. And boy, oh boy, did we win it well, man. I mean, Reece Nelson, I saw him score a penalty against MK Dons very well in the week. And I thought, you know what? He's a decent penalty taker. He's now scored 2. And one was against Alisson. Alisson, by the way, got sent pretty much for every penalty. Maitland-Niles came up with a swagger. And he just walked up and just popped it into the corner comfortably. Cedric, another good penalty. David Luiz, top bins. I mean, I expect that from him. I was either thinking it was going to be a banger or it might just clip the bar. And then after Brewster missed, which then Brewster hit the bar for Liverpool, and then Aubameyang stepped up, and by that time you just knew it was over because the guy is clinical from the spot, doesn't miss many. Tucked it away, and yeah, Arsenal win a trophy. Community Shield. It's nothing to brag about. It's nothing to hold on to, but it's something, and it's something that the players will enjoy winning together, and winning breeds confidence. So hopefully that winning mentality in the Community Shield can produce through to the season. Obviously, we've got Fulham in a couple of weeks and West Ham after that. So hopefully this just pushes us with more confidence. We've had a bad season last year. Let's not forget that. The FA Cup win won't take away from how bad that we was in the league. But we played well today and we got the job done. Ainsley Maitland-Niles was my man of the match. I thought he played really, really well. defended well and going forward as well. So will be interesting to see what happens with him. There's talks, obviously, Wolves are coming in for him. But I don't know. I'm not sure what Arteta wants to do. He said he's happy to stay. If Arsenal want him, he loves the club. So it'll be more on, will the board want to sell him? Wait to see what happens. But yeah, Arsenal win the Community Shield. And yeah, let's get this new season underway.